Hello students, today we will start the chapter name units and dimension. So the chapter name is units and dimension. Units and measurement. Units and measurements. So by this end of this chapter we will learn the international system of units, and measurement of length, mass and time. And also we will learn the error measurement. So error in measurement. And the topic related to errors. So errors in measurements. And next one is significant figure. Significant figures. And the last one is dimensions. Last one is dimensional of physical quantities. Dimensions of physical quantities and its analysis and its application. So these are all the learning objective of this chapter. So here, first of all, what is mean by physical quantity? We know the physical quantities like length, mass, force, temperature. So these are all the physical quantities. So what is mean by physical quantity? Here, any quantity which can be measured is called the physical quantity. So any quantity which can be measured is called physical quantity. So what is the use of this physical quantity? The main purpose of this physical quantity is to understand the laws of nature. So actually physics is the study of nature. So to study the law of nature, we need some measurements, and by using physical quantities we will measure we will observe the certain laws in nature. And to measure a physical quantity, for example, the example of the physical quantity is length, mass, and many more. Suppose we want to measure the length of this marker. So what is the length of this marker? By using scale. So I am using scale here. So approximately I am measuring. So this is around 15 centimeter. So the length of the marker L is equals to 15 centimeter. Here centimeter, or suppose you can say that the distance between Nizamabad to Basar is around approximately it is 30 kilometer, or you can say that is equals to 30 kilometer means 30,000 meters. See here this term meter, this is centimeter, this is meter, or sometimes if you use any other different quantities like masses, we will measure in kgs. That means here this term meter, these are all called units. That means to measure a physical quantity we need a unit. So without unit we cannot write the physical quantity. So that's why you must know the meaning of unit. So here to measure a physical quantity we need a standard of the same quantity. See here also meter, here also meter. So that means we are maintaining a particular standard. That is, so to measure a physical quantity, we need a standard of the same quantity, and that standard is called unit. See here I can write this is 15 centimeter. 15 centimeter means 0.15 meter, or I can write this is 0.15 into 1 meter. So here 30,000 into meter means just I can write 1 meter. See here, so from these two examples, here it is 1 meter, here it is 1 meter. So here 1 meter is standard, here also 1 meter is standard. So like that we will write the physical quantities, we will measure the physical quantity. And see here this physical quantity Q, from this example you can say that is equals to, see here 30,000 is number, here 0.15 is also one number, that number into the standard unit. That means you can write number into unit. So here Q is physical quantity. So Q is physical quantity. What about this number? What is this unit? That means we can express a physical quantity which is number of times its standard unit. That means a physical quantity can be expressed as number of times its unit. So you can write in this way also. That means a physical quantity, measuring the physical quantity means measuring a physical quantity. Measuring a physical quantity means to express the number of times, its standard. Its standard unit. See here, a physical quantity is equals to n into u. Here length is physical quantity. See length, physical quantity. And here 0.15 is number into unit. So that means this physical quantity is expressed n times the standard unit. So this is the meaning of the definition of unit. Now we have many physical quantities, and all these physical quantities can be classified into two parts. So that means physical quantities physical quantities can be classified into two parts. So they are divided into two parts. First one is fundamental quantities. First one is fundamental quantities. The second one is derived quantities. Derived physical quantities. Here in fundamental quantities, examples are length, mass, time. These are all the fundamental physical quantities. Whereas in case of derived quantities, the examples of derived quantities are area and force, energy, and many more. So this is the two different types of quantities. Now, what is meant by fundamental quantities? So here, physical quantities which are independent of each other and it cannot be further resolved into any other physical quantities are called the fundamental quantities. So what is meant by fundamental quantities? The physical quantities which are independent of each other. So physical quantities which are independent of each other and these quantities can't be further resolved into any other quantities, any other physical quantities are called fundamental quantities. Are called fundamental quantities. This is first one and this is second one. So this is the definition of first point. Then the definition of the second point is, that is derived quantities. So derived quantities means the physical quantities which depends upon the fundamental quantity, which can be derived from the fundamental quantities. So here the physical quantities. So second definition, physical quantities which depends upon fundamental quantities. Which depends upon fundamental quantities and which can be derived from fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities are called derived quantities. Suppose here area. This is fundamental quantity. Now this is derived quantity. Now what is meant by area generally? Suppose if you want to measure the area of the square, then you will take area is equal to length into breadth. So here this is length, breadth is also nothing but length. So that means indirectly length into length. So that means, see here, when you are multiplying two two fundamental quantities, then you are getting the derived quantity. See here, this can be derived quantities. Derived quantities can be derived from the fundamental. So by multiplying these two fundamental quantities, then you will get the derived quantities. So that is the difference between these two quantities. Next point is, see, these physical quantities have certain units. See here, fundamental quantity, length, mass, time. Here also area, force, and many more. So for these quantities, we need units, and these units are also divided into two parts. Here, the units of fundamental quantities are called the base units or fundamental units, whereas the units of derived quantities are called the derived units. So that means here, the units of fundamental quantities are called the fundamental units. So next to definition is the units of fundamental quantities are called fundamental units, or you can say base units also. So the units of fundamental quantities, for example, length. What is the units of length? Meter. So meter is the unit which is base units or fundamental unit. Whereas next one is derived units. That means the units of derived quantities. The units of derived quantities are called derived units. So derived units. For example, area. What are the units of area? Meter square. So meter square comes under derived units. Only meter comes under fundamental units, base units. So that's why we have two different set of units, and this complete set of both the base units and the derived units is known as the system of units. So a complete set of both the base units and derived units is known as the system of units. So both base units and derived units altogether it is called the system of units. And see, when you are using the unit, means that unit should be a universal. That must be universal. See here, suppose length is equals to, just now we measured the length of this marker. So that is how much? 0.15 meter or 15 centimeter. That means 0.15 into this meter can be written as 1 into meter. So this is the base unit. This 1 meter is nothing but base unit. This base unit is standard unit, which is universal. Universal means which is not changes with respect to any physical conditions. Suppose if temperature is changes, or if pressure changes, or volume changes, whatever it is, the standard unit must be universal, must be same. So that is the meaning of the standard unit. So in a real time, scientists of different countries, they are using different system of units. See here, British scientists are using foot for length, pound for mass, second for time. Whereas American, they will use meter. So like that, different scientists of different countries, they will use different system of units. So that's why mainly we have 4 types. So we have 4 types of system of units. So mainly we have 4 system of units. The first one is CGS. So we have 4 types of system of units. The first one is CGS system, and the second one is FPS system. The third one is MKS. So this FPS is nothing but British. This is called British system. And the third one is MKS, and the fourth one is SI. So these are all the 4 different types of system of units for measurements of physical quantities. Right. Now, actually, the international system of units was developed, and it is recommended by the General Conference on Weights and Measurements in 1971. So actually, in 1971, so there is a General Conference on Weights and Measurement, and from this conference they gave a system of units, and to use these units for scientific purpose and for technical purpose, for industrial and for commercial purpose. And from 1971 onwards, we are using these 4 types of system of units. So these measurements or these units, these 4 types of system of units mainly used in scientific. So used in scientific, for scientific reason, and for technical purpose also we are using, and for industrial and for commercial. For commercial purpose also we use these units. And now, so now look at this table. For physical quantity for length and for mass, for time. In CGS system, for length the unit is taken as centimeter. Here in case of mass, gram. In case of time, second. So just observe here. In CGS system, the unit of length is centimeter. In FPS system, foot. Whereas in MKS system, meter. This is meter. Then what are the units of mass? In CGS system, gram. In FPS system, pound. In MKS system, kg. Whereas in case of time, it is second only. So try to remember this table. So here the SI units, the physical quantities and units. SI unit means International System of Unit. So SI, the SI stands for International System of Units, and we have 7 fundamental units, physical quantities, fundamental quantities, and its units and its symbol. So look at this table. The physical quantity, this is for physical quantity, this row is for unit, this row is for symbol. So we will use symbol. First physical, the fundamental physical quantity is length, and its units is meter, M-E-T-R-E. Symbol is small m, so don't use capital M symbol. And here second physical quantity is mass. The fundamental physical quantity is mass, and the unit name is kilogram. Then you will use the symbol is kg. The third physical quantity is time, and the unit is second. So we will use S, small s, or SEC, seconds. The fourth physical quantity is temperature, and its unit's name is Kelvin. So Kelvin is scientist name, and the symbol is K. The fifth physical quantity name is electric current, and the unit name is ampere. So ampere is also scientist name, and the symbol is capital A. Next one is sixth one, that is the amount of substance, or you can say quantity of matter, amount of substance. The unit of this physical quantity, amount of substance, is mole, and the symbol is MOL. And the last one is seventh one. The seventh one is luminous intensity, and its unit is candela, and the symbol is CD. So these are all the 7 fundamental physical quantities. Not only these 7, we have again 2 more supplementary quantities, and those 2 supplementary quantities are plane angle and a solid angle. So here those 7 fundamental physical quantities plus 2 supplementary physical quantities. So total 7 plus 2, 9. So 7 fundamental physical quantities plus 2 supplementary quantities. And these supplementary physical quantities are, the first one is plane angle. So it is actually plane angle. So this is plane angle, and its unit's name is radian. The symbol is rad, RAD, rad. And the second one is solid angle, and its unit's name is steradian, and the symbol is SR. So these are all the fundamental physical quantities and its unit's name and symbol. So then from tomorrow, from next class onwards, we will discuss the details of measurement of lengths and the mass, and the different types of units commonly we will use in our daily life for practical purpose. So this is the today's class. So we will next meet on next class. Thank you.